Hello guys, welcome back. So now in this session we'll talk about document posting. So in previous session what we have done guys, in previous session we have created certain GL accounts. So what for we have created this GL account guys? Why we have created this GL account? So it's pretty simple. Now that is for transaction posting only. I have quoted a very simple example here. Look at here, rent account debit and bank account credit. Let's suppose small amount. Okay, now let me do this. So what we have to do guys now, so here this is the transaction which we have to post. So before posting these transactions, first of all GL account must be created, and that we have already created. Now it's time to post the transactions. There are multiple things which we are going to see here, and once again I have to explain the logic behind basic setting practically. Okay, so now that what will happen, very thorough, or to say, revisions are going to happen. So here, look at here, multiple things we are going to see guys, one by one, and pretty simple. Everything's are very simple. So first of all, normal transaction posting, we have to post one transactions, rent account debit and bank account credit. Let's suppose that is going to be rent worth of 1000 rupees has paid, right, by check. So in that case, rent GL is going to hit, and since it is paid by check, so bank also will come into picture because that amount is going to be deducted from your bank account. So rent debited and bank credited. Pretty simple logic is there guys. Hope you guys are able to understand. Okay, now so let me open SAP here. Let me log in guys. Okay, so now here use transaction code F-02. So here we have to post a transaction. Now I'll tell you guys, if you talk about transaction posting, okay. Now look at here. Let me talk about this part. This entire part. This is called header data. Look at here, it is written header data. Okay. and this is called line item. So this part is called header data and this part is called line item. Okay, I'll tell you, very simple differences are there, guys. Now, header data and line item. Okay, what is the difference between header data and line item? I'll explain first. Before posting the transactions, you must be knowing these things and all, so that multiple uses are there, guys. Okay, now let me remove this. Okay, so generally what happens when we have to post a transaction? How a transaction is going to be posted? Let's have a look, and then I'll explain the logic. So here, let's suppose, let me give the date here. So document date, you have to enter a date, and posting date also you have to enter a date. Now, what is the difference between document date and posting date? That also you guys will come to know with a proper example later. Okay, right now what you have to do, whatever document date is there, whatever posting date is there, the same date you enter in document date also. Document type. What is the use of document type, guys? Someone tell me. Anyone?
To understand the type of document that is posted.
Control a document type.
Transaction posting.
Mona, you want to say something?
And the document header and reference field.
Can you repeat again?
It controls the document number range, document header, and reference field.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, perfect. So it controls the number range, guys, and it controls fields also. Which fields? Only two fields. Look at here, this reference and header text. Okay. Now, see, I'll tell you, when we talk about the field control, lots of people are having multiple confusions here. Okay, lots of people are having confusions, but again, there should not be any confusion, and these are the small things where what happened, like when the interviewer asks questions and all, people are getting confused. You have to say something, you're saying something, right? And the problem is when let's suppose you're giving interview, you have like interviewer is asking a question, you just answered that question, so you felt this is a correct answer, that's what you're answering, that whatever you have answered, you feel this is a correct answer. The problem is, even though it is incorrect answer, interviewer will not say whether it is correct or incorrect. Simply they'll listen, and then after they'll proceed further. So in that case, what happened? Candidate feels that okay, he is satisfied with the answer. But guys, you got the negative mark in that, right? So once the interview completed, people felt that yes, I've given all the correct answers and all, most likely I'm going to be selected. But the result is nothing. So anyway, these are the small and very simple, what to say, very like it's a kind of mistake itself, right? So I'll tell you guys what are the major mistakes are going to be made by the candidates initially. We'll see that. So now here, this document type, look at here. If you talk about document type, guys, by default it is appearing. That is why I said in the previous session that no need to remember the document type, because by default when you use a particular transaction code, the associated document type is going to appear automatically. Okay, we are not going to enter the document type manually. Give your company code here. Now, period. I'll tell you guys. So which period is right now? What is the period right now? Which period is running, guys? Anybody? As per my setting, Unable to remember.
Period. Fifth period, sir.
Fifth period. Why fifth period?
Because April, from April we are starting. April is first period, and this August is running.
So that is
So
fifth period,
fifth
right?
period.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
always, guys, which period is going to, like, what period we are going to give here. So that is depends upon which fiscal year variant you are using, right? Anyway, so here no need to specify period here manually. If you give manually, it's okay. Or else, even if you don't give it manually, what will happen? Based on our configuration, SAP is going to determine the posting period automatically. Okay, based on our like settings which we have done, based on that automatically SAP is going to determine the posting period. You give your currency here, nothing else right now. Don't give anything in reference and header text and all. Of course, multiple details are there, guys, which can be given, because while posting a transactions, uh, like multiple inputs are going to be given, but right now just keep it blank now. So look at here, the posting key. Posting key means, I said debit and credit side of transactions are going to be like which GL is going to be debited, which GL is going to be credited. So by default, a posting key 40 is there. Right now, what will happen, guys? So I'll tell you. Now 40 means, so if you talk about like posting key, 40 means debit and 50 means credit. Yes. Okay. 40 means debit and 50 means credit. So which is going to be debited? Rent account is going to be debited. 40 means debit and 50 means credit. So here what will happen, guys? If you have a look, 40. So here account. Which account? Rent account. So you have to give the rent GL number, guys. Now, what is the rent account number? That is 4,000. We all know, because that is why I have taken, I told you people that better to keep small number range. So that what will happen? Easily you will be able to remember your GL account. Now, if you are not able to remember, you can open your screen here and you can go to FS00 transaction code. Here you can go, you can check your GL account. Okay, so this is your rent GL. Now, apart from this, you have another option here also. Look at here, this small square shape is there. Small square shape. If you guys are able to see here, this is called drop down box. You can click here. So if you click, small screen open here now. So make sure that here, if it is like sometime what happened, this screen comes. Okay, now, so GL account in chart of accounts, and anyone, whether it is this one, GL account descriptions, right? Descriptions wise it is going to appear, account number wise it is going to appear. So keep here GL account descriptions only, and by default I think this one itself will be selected. Then your chart of account is TM22. Which GL account, what is the rent GL? We don't know. Simply press enter button. So whichever GL got created, all the GL accounts are appearing here, right? Okay, let's suppose if you are having multiple GL account. So if sequence number you have to see the GL account, you can click here, sort. You get here, click here, sort. So automatically now sequence wise 1000, in the sense the smallest number first, then after, and largest number is at last. Okay, so like that also you can do. So our is like rent GL, that is 4,000, right? Bank GL 1000 and 1001. So you double click on this line anywhere, double click. Now 4,000 is appearing here. Okay. Now look at here, guys. If you press enter, the next screen is going to appear. So I'll tell you, when I said header text, right? Header text means always this much field only. Whatever these fields are there, those fields are only the part of header text, right? Now, generally, if you press enter, then whatever the next fields are going to appear, these all fields are coming under, these all fields are coming under this one, line item. Okay, header text means which are the fields which comes under header text. That is called document text, document date, posting date, this document type, company code, currency. These are the major field which comes under header text. Sorry, not header text, header data. Okay, header data. And line item data means after that this one. And look at here, guys. I'm going to press enter button. I'm going to press enter button. So next screen will appear. Press enter. Next screen will appear, but it is not appearing. Now one error has taken place. Which error, guys? Posting period. Look at here, posting period 5/2022 is not open. What does it mean, guys? Now someone just tell me, think and let me know what is the root cause of this error. Anybody?
The posting period 5 is not open. Our fiscal year 5, we are not open there. We have
So
to
what
open
we
it
have,
for transaction posting. After that, we can post the transactions.
so where we have to go? Anyone?
OB52.
Yes. So I'll tell you guys now. You just do one thing. Come here. Less than OB52. What happened? We have created a posting period variant. What is the use of this posting period variant, guys? So we have created a posting period variant, right? And this posting period variant is assigned to company code. So here what happened? What is the use of posting period variant? So against posting period variant, we are going to open a particular period, right? Period means current period always we open. If you open current period in the sense from period, let's suppose 5 to period 5. So only fifth period is open, guys, right? That already I have explained in the previous session, right? From period, and let's suppose year to period, and then year. So here, if we talk about, okay, so from period, let's suppose 5 and to period also 5. Okay. In that case, what will happen, guys? Current period. In the sense, this is fifth period only. If you make it current period 4, right? Current period 4 and to period 5. It means previous period, that is called July, and the current period August. Both are open. So right now, if you have a look in, so now what is happening, guys? First of all, now, so here what is happening, guys? First of all, we have to check. Now, so first of all, what we have done in posting period variant, what we have done in posting period variant, we have created a posting period variant, right? Configurations, what we have done? Creation of posting period variant. Then what next, guys? The next setting was there.
Assignment to the company code.
Assignment with company code. And then in third step, I said open, close. Yes, close posting period. Posting period. I'm going to write. Okay, I'm typing in shortcut here. So this is one time activity. This is also one time activity. But this one is regular activity. Regular activity. Right? Creation of posting period variant. Once we have created it, okay, now it is done. This is configuration. Assignment of with the company code. Only one time. Once you have assigned it, okay, now it is done. But if you talk about open and close posting period, guys, multiple time it is going to take place. First of all, at month end, what happened? We are going to close the previous period and we will open the current period. In the sense, beginning of the month. Okay. So here 05 to 05. But in between, what is happening, guys? The multiple because huge organization is there. Multiple people are posting the transactions. There might be a chances that somebody has made the mistake and it's pretty obvious. So multiple times they have to open the previous period. Okay. Maybe 10 times in a month, 5 times in a month. So what will happen, guys? So this is a regular activity. Always they have to open and close, open and close, open and close, right? So this is a regular activity. So now here, look at here. So what is our posting period variant? I told you guys in the previous session that when you do the configurations, better to keep the same code. Whatever our company code is there, better to keep the same code so that easily you guys will be able to remember what is your company code. Sorry, what is your posting period variant. So here click on position and what is our posting period variant? So that is TM22 itself. Okay. So look at here in TM22, 8, period number 8 is open. Why? Because when I was explaining this posting period variant at that point of time, in order to explain the things, I just quoted the example of calendar year. So as per calendar year, as per calendar year means August month is 8th period. But right now, after that, I created fiscal year variant and there I said like we are going to use non-calendar year, April to March. So it is 5th period, open the 5th period only. Okay, open the 5th period. I'll tell you guys now, if I have opened the 5th period, then once again, while posting the transaction, system will throw error. Why? Because just after 3-4 days, right? We have to, in the sense like after 31st, what we have to do? So 2 days only, right? So once the 1st of September is coming, we have to once again close this period and open the next period. It's okay. I'll just save it. We'll do that also. So right now, whenever such kind of errors are appearing, where it says like posting period, a particular period is also, look at here the code, period number 5 is not open, isn't it? So this is the thing. Now the question is, how SAP came to know that it's period number 5 itself, right? We all know that we have done the configurations already. So look at here, guys. Now this is getting posted. The transaction is getting posted against what? Transaction is getting posted against the company code, right? So SAP is going to check in background, right? Whatever the things are going to be checked by SAP in background itself, it is going to happen, guys. It is a software. Multiple programmings are already done, isn't it? If you talk about the SAP, guys, it is the combination of technical and functional things. Functional means whatever activity we are performing here, this is, and whatever the configurations we have done, those are the functional settings. But in background also, certain things are getting executed. Those are the technical things, right? I'll tell you, when I enter a particular transaction here, if I enter a particular transaction code and if I press enter, one screen appears. How it is appearing? So of course, something is getting triggered in background, guys. If you entered a particular transaction code, then like when you enter different transaction code, different screens are appearing, right? It means transaction code is just like a command. We have given a particular command and the required screens are going to appear. How it is appearing? So something is there even in background also. So multiple programs are getting triggered, guys, and then you guys are going to get the desired output. So when you have given your company code, now with the company code, multiple things are associated, in the sense we have created a fiscal year variant and that is linked with the company code only. So at a time, multiple things are going to be checked by SAP, and that too within a fraction of second with a lightning speed, right? With the lightning speed, SAP is going to check your posting period also. SAP is going to check your fiscal year also. SAP is going to check your field status also. We are giving here what is said this posting key related settings are also going to be checked. You have given your document type, that is also going to be checked, right? Document type related settings also going to be checked, guys, by system, right? And when we give, let's suppose you have given all the details and all, and once you post, within what to say a fraction of second, this transaction will be posted and one document number will be generated. Okay, very soon it is happening. Okay, so now what we have done, we have opened the period, correct period, fifth period. Okay, and I said like why fifth period only? How SAP come to know? So what we have done with company code, we have assigned fiscal year variant, right? So SAP is going to check in background which fiscal year variant. So automatically fifth period is coming. So OB29, if you see here, what happened, guys? Let me open one more screen. Okay, now it is coming. So what is my fiscal year variant, guys? Which fiscal year variant I have assigned here with my company code? Okay. So let's suppose if I'm not able to remember, we can check the assignment, or else one very simplest thing is there. Okay. Go to a transaction code OBYC /N OBYC, because already we are in one screen and from that screen we have to jump to other screen. So /N OBYC. Remember this transaction code, guys. Sorry, I've given not OBYC actually. This transaction code also will come into picture later. OBY6. OBY6. Okay. Now, so here what happened? Whatever the assignments we have done, guys, mostly all the assignments you'll be getting at a single platform, in the sense in a single screen. Click on position and give your company code. So look at here, this is my company code. Double click. Look at here, guys. Now, so my chart of account, my company, which I have created and assigned. This is my fiscal year variant, my field status variant, my posting period variant. So remember this transaction code, guys, OBY6, because multiple time you can use this, because always, like, let's suppose if you've forgotten like which posting period, because I know that even though I instruct, but still there are multiple people, they'll give a different code, posting period variant, field status variant, fiscal year variant, like, yeah, this fiscal year variant, different code will be there, chart of account, different code will be there, and later on what will happen, they're going to be confused, isn't it? So it's okay. OPY6. Okay. So here TX is my fiscal year variant. Now go to, so OB29, and TX is my fiscal year variant. So let me Screen is slow, guys, or like only my screen is slow? I don't know. It is taking some time. It's okay. Now, so TX. So what is happening? System is going to check this TX, right? Pretty simple. We all know that we have defined non-calendar year. So here system is going to check. Okay, what is the first period? April is first period, right? And since we have given the date, we have given, guys, posting date. Always system check posting date. Okay, this is the date, posting date. So here which month? August, 8th month, 08, right? SAP is going to check this 8th. Where is 8th? Here. So what is the period in front of it? It is 5th period. So now what will happen, guys? SAP is going to check whether 5th period is open or not. Second thing is year. Which year? So 2022 we have given. 2022 plus this year shift 0 equals to 22 itself, right? So this is how SAP will check that which period? 5th period of which year? 22. Very simple, guys, to understand. This is already we have seen. I have explained in the what is fiscal year variant setting. So this is how what is happening. So that is why here immediately I have not entered any period. Automatically SAP has triggered this period. From where it is coming? Because of setting, because of configurations. And then once the period is fetched by SAP, in the sense once SAP identify the period, then SAP is also going to check whether this 5th period is open or not. And since it was not open, so this error was given that period 5 is not open. Now we have opened, press enter. So once you entered, then one next screen is appearing, right? These all are coming under line item only. Okay, now whatever screens are appearing, these all screens are coming under line item. So let's suppose, so what we have given, first of all we have given a debit GL code. This is rent account, right? Rent debit, which how much amount? Let's suppose 1000 is the amount. Okay, text field, look at here, text field is a required entry, right? Text field become required entry. It means if you press enter, look at here, SAP is saying fill all the required entry fields. If you don't fill, system will not allow you to post a transaction. Let's suppose I'm going to give a particular direction. Corporate office. Okay. Now, so this details, let's suppose we have given, no need to fill up all the details, guys, right? Multiple fields are appearing, but it doesn't mean that every fields are going to be entered anyway. And then once we proceed further, multiple things will come into picture, right? One, like multiple settings we have to do. So the things, lots of things are going to be added. Right now, you have to fill up the details as per the settings which we have done. Very limited number of settings we have done, guys. It's almost nothing, isn't it? Still multiple things are yet to come. Okay. So now here, amount and then text. So this is, look at here, item number 1. Debit entry, in the sense 40 already posting is there, that is debit entry. How much amount debit? Rent account debit with 1000. This is text. Okay. Now then next line item, look at here at bottom, next line item. It means this is one line item. Look at here, this is one line item and this is another line item. So this is debit line item, this is credit line item. So now give here credit posting key 50 and which account is going to be credited or bank account is going to be credited. We are having multiple bank GL, HDFC, ICICI, HSBC, whatever you want to give. So I'm going to give HDFC bank GL, that is GL code is 1000. Okay, and just press enter. If you press enter, again another screen is appearing. So here also what will happen? Give the amount, and let's suppose here also text field is mandatory. So you must have to enter the text field, or else system will not allow you to proceed further. So now look at here, credit entry we have given, that is 50. Now, so this is called simple entry, right? There will be a complex entry also. Complex entry means in a single transaction itself multiple things can be posted. I'll tell you now. Let's suppose we have spent certain amount in the form of this rent expenditures, right? Now keep here. Then another GL also will be coming into picture. Audit fee, let's suppose. So we have paid audit fee also to an audit firm, because if you talk about the companies and all, they are taking services from audit firm, they are taking services from law firm, different organizations are there, guys, and monthly basis certain amounts are going to be paid to those people. So let's suppose audit fee paid. Okay. Fuel expense, let's suppose this account also. Some other, let's suppose 2000. Okay. So now what is happening at a time in a single, what is it, this one entry, we can post multiple transactions. Like we have paid rent worth of 1000, audit fee 1500, fuel expense in the sense, fuel expenses in the sense that is paid how much, 2000. So total 3500, 4500, and all the amounts are paid by, let's suppose, check. So what is happening? Of course, bank is coming into picture because amounts are going to be paid from a particular bank account. So your bank account is going to be credited with 4500, isn't it? This is how it is going to be credited. I'll tell you guys how the debit and credit, because some of you are very what to say, I know that some of you are from non-finance and account background people. So how debit and credits are taking place, golden rules of accounting are there, isn't it? Now somebody just tell me, let's suppose, so if we have received one invoice from vendor for this rent itself worth of 5000, what is the accounting entry? Anyone?
Sir, please repeat question.
If we have received one rent invoice from a particular vendor worth of 5000 rupees and payments are going to be made after 30 days, so we have to post the transactions, right? So what is the accounting entry?
Rent account debit,
Rent
bank
account debited to bank account.
Any other
Rent
answer?
account debited to landlord account. Rent account debited to landlord account. Or Mr. A, any name of.
Rent account debit to vendor account.
Yes. So rent account debit to vendor account, guys, right? Because payment we have not made yet. We have received the invoice only. Payments are going to be made after 30 days, isn't it? So how this debit and credits are happening based on the golden rules of accounting, we like maybe you guys will be knowing here. So here what is happening? Look at here. There is a very simple rule. I'll tell you. increase and decrease. Okay, so I'll tell you guys, whenever there is increase, so and here this is called, I'll tell you, try to remember this one, because I know that lots of you increase and decrease. Okay, now so increase and decrease. Okay, and here debit and credit. Very simple. Which is going to be debited, which is going to be credited. Increase in assets is going to be debited, right? And decrease in, okay, increase in assets is going to be debited, right? And then what is happening, guys? Increase in liability is going to be credited. It means decrease in liability is going to be credited. Decrease in liability is going to be debited, and increase in, okay, now increase in revenue, and here decrease in expenses. Very simple logic is there. Okay, look at here, rent. We have paid rent, it is expenses, right? So we have paid rent, we have paid audit fee, this is another expense. Fuel expense, this is another expense. So here what is happening, guys? Expenses are increasing, right? So when the expenses, where is expense here, right? Expenses are increasing. So I said expense, if expense decrease, it is credited. But if expense, what is happening, guys? Increases, then that is going to be debited. See, I'll tell you. You just do one thing, increase, and then after you can keep another thing. Debit. Okay. So increase assets, and that is going to be debited, and here expenses is going to be debited. And then here what is happening, guys? You keep like this, and increase. Okay, so this is increase in assets is going to be debited, right? And now here credit, keep like this. So if there is any increase, right, this is what is that is the things, and vice versa. Okay, so if there is here, what is happening, guys? Now look at here, expenses are getting increased. So expense increase means debit, and bank is your assets. So this amount we have paid, so bank amount, your bank balance is going to decrease, right? So decrease in asset. So if increase in asset is debit, decrease in asset is going to be credited, right? I said vice versa, isn't it? So this is what is happening. This is how you can like check what should be, like which one is going to be debited, which one is going to be credited. Very simple logic is there, guys, right? So increase in assets is going to be debited, and increase in liability and expenses, assets, liability and revenue, guys, not expenses. Okay, so increase in liability and expense, revenue is going to be credited. It's very simple logic. Revenue means, like, let's suppose sales account is there, that is your revenue GL, right? So if there is any increase in that, then what is happening, it is going to be credited. Simple, guys. Again, here, like in this session, I'm not going to teach the accounting concepts and all, because this is not the part of this one. But anyway, I just given a very small example so that golden rules of accounting. If you know, it's okay, guys. If you don't know, multiple tutorials are there on YouTube and all. You guys can check. Okay, we'll see here. That is why if you talk about my explanations, guys, right? Always in upcoming session, if you see, all the explanations are based on the mathematical calculations. So your understanding will be very easy. That is why I says, if you have like little knowledge of this accounting also, it's okay, there is no any problem. Even if you don't have also, it's okay, there is no problem, right? And that is why if you see, like, once you become a consultant, you can see there are multiple people, there are multiple consultant working as a FICO consultant, and that to their background is from BTech, isn't it? So BTech, in the sense, I mean to say, non-finance and account background people, they're also working as a FICO consultant, and that too successfully. Okay, so because now they're working, they know the logic behind each and every configurations, isn't it? Now, so this is called complex entry. Complex means multiple debit, one credit, isn't it? So here what is happening, guys? So this is the, what to say, so bank account we have given, right? Okay, now complex entry means, I'll not post this because I have to show you something now. Slash n after 02 once again. So here what is happening? Now press space button so that all the details are coming. Now once we have given, now by default what is happening, these details will come. Every time if you give this transaction code, guys, by default this details are going to appear now. You give document date, and here posting key 40 means your rent GL. Sorry, your debit GL. Debit means now rent, that is 4,000. Press enter. Rent is going to be debited with 1,000 here, and text field, let's suppose I'm going to give anything here, rent posting. So this is rent account is going to be debited. Again, another debit is there. Audit fee. So now let me come back here. Audit fee here. So audit fee means what is happening, guys? Your again debit. So 40. And what is the GL account? Maybe 4,001. Okay. And press enter. So yes, this is audit fee. Again, 1,500 amount. And here let's suppose audit fee. Okay, I'll not post the transaction right now, guys. Multiple things I have to explain. That is why I'm not posting the transactions. So that is debited. Again, what is happening, guys? This is another debit. Then the next one, again 40. Next debit, that is our what to say, fuel expense, that is 4,002. Press enter. This is 2,500 amount, and let's suppose certain text I have given, fuel expense. So these three account got debited, and then bank is going to be credited, right? It's taking time, but I'll tell you guys, this is what you have to understand the things, isn't it? So that whatever the mistakes are being made by other people in the market, at least you guys are not going to make those mistakes, right? This is how you guys are going to be unique. Now, so GL account, this bank GL. Okay, so now here bank GL. So now here what is happening, guys? Look at here. Now there is another error. You may post a transactions up to 2,000. Where is the problem, guys? Now someone just assume the previous setting.
Tolerance group.
Yes, exactly. So tolerance group. Now look at here. SAP is saying you may post a document up to 2000 only. But here what is happening, guys? In a single transaction itself, now what is happening? In a single transaction itself, we are giving multiple things. Here like 1000, 1500, then again 2000, let's suppose. So it is overall how much worth of transactions? 4500. But if you have a look here, go to tolerance group OB A4. And I told you people that always keep tolerance group blind and give your company code and double click. So look at here, in tolerance group I have given a very small limit, that is 2000. And right now we are posting GL to GL entry. So system is going to check this field. So here I have given 2000 only. And this field is for different for an open item, right? It will come into in upcoming session. You guys can see open item means customer related and vendor related transactions. Now, so system is going to check this field right now. And here there is a limit of 2000. Look at here. Whatever basic settings we have done, all are coming into picture, right? That is why it is taking too much time. Okay. Now, I would have given here unlimited session. If you check, like everywhere, multiple YouTube videos are there, multiple tutorials are there. Everywhere the faculties are explaining that, okay, we have to give unlimited amount. So guys, if you give unlimited amount, how you will come to know what is the control? That is why I have given a small amount, so that the error will take place. I'll tell you guys are going to have a perfect learning and perfect understanding only if the errors are taking place, right? If the errors are taking place. Why I suggest everybody to use, in the sense my students I'm talking about. I said everybody, or like whoever my students are there, I say everybody, you must have to use online server itself. This is what the benefit. In online server, multiple errors are taking place, right? But most likely what happened, I have seen in the multiple institutions, they're using offline server. In offline server, the number of errors are pretty less. So if the errors are less, it means your understanding is not that much up to the mark. Okay, so right now what is happening, I'm going to increase the limits, right? You can make it, let's suppose this is the limit I have given, or it's like you can unlimited if you want to give them 10 times 9, 10 times 9, right? You can give like this, press enter. So this is what this is called unlimited. So anything can be given, in the sense you can increase the limit. So now you understood what is the save it. What is the logic behind this tolerance group? Okay, so I've increased the limits, and even the same you can do here also, so that if you post any vendor related invoices, such kind of error will not appear. Okay, you can give it and you can save it. Okay, so this is for GL and this is for customer vendor. Open item means customer vendor, account payable, account receivable will come into picture later. So this is related to tolerance group, right? SAP checked that, okay, the amount limit is exceeding here, and the company code already we have given. Against the company code itself, we have given this tolerance group related setting, guys. That is why it has triggered. Now press enter once again. It is not allowing, if even after pressing enter, because sometimes what happened, guys, sometimes this error got logged. So now what is happening? Use F-02 once again, because settings we have done just now. This is a configuration, guys, that setting we have done just now. So once again you refresh that screen. So now once I refresh, then in background SAP had checked all the settings, the recent setting, and this time error will not appear. So 4000 rent account, that rent account is going to be debited worth of 1000, and here a description must be, and then what is happening, guys? So again 40, and here what is happening, 4001. So look at here, multiple transactions, in the sense like again this is 1500, and this is audit fee, and again debit. This is 4002, and this is your fuel expense. Let's suppose 2000 is the fuel expense. This is your fuel expense, and these all are debit, and all together your credit is going to be bank account, that is 1000. Press enter here. So how much, guys? It is going to be 1500, right? Okay, so now look at here. So here what is happening, guys? If you, before posting, you need to simulate. Okay, so look at here. Now what is happening? This 40 means debit, 50 means credit. Okay, or else with posting key, if it is not possible, like let's suppose your multiple posting keys will be coming into picture, guys. So which one is debited, which one is credited? All this, these are the positive amount, and look at here, this is negative, minus. So all minus credit and all the plus debit. If there is no symbol, it means that is plus, and minus means always there will be a symbol here, so minus. This is credit. Simple. No need to post the transaction, guys, right now, because I have to explain multiple logic. That is why I am not posting the transactions. Okay. So here what is happening, guys? Now look at here. So this is our header part. This is our header part. In order to explain this header and line item, now I have given these things. This is our header part, and this is your line item part. Okay, this is line item, this is header. So I'll tell you guys what is this header and what is this line item. So line item means multiple debits, multiple credits. These are line items, right? You can have 10 debit and 1 credit GL, right? So 4 line items, 5 line items, 10 line items, it could be. But header means like these are the application, sorry, these are the details which is applicable on all line item. In the sense, if we talk about, there will be a book. Let's suppose what is the subject? It's a book of like physics book. So on the very front page, that subject name will be written, physics or chemistry, mathematics, whatever it is. And then inside of that book, multiple chapters will be there, right? So these chapters, whatever different chapters are there, guys, all chapters belongs to which subject, guys? That mathematics or physics or whichever books you are having in your hand. Let's suppose physics book is there. So within that book, whatever the chapters are there, this belongs to physics only. But at very front page, on the very first page, the subject name is written. It means what is happening? Physics, that subject name, which is applicable to all chapter. It means all the chapters belongs to what, guys? Physics only, isn't it? So this physics, the first page is called document header, which is applicable for all the chapters. It means physics means all these 12 chapters or 20 chapters or 40 chapters belongs to physics only. So at very first page itself, it is written physics, and within that, all the chapters are there. Now, here rent account, debited, audit fee, a different GL, a different line item. You can say a different chapter. Fuel expense, a different chapter. HDFC, a different chapter, right? But what is the common for these all things, guys? The common thing is, the first question is, transaction is going to be posted on which date? So posting date. It will be quite common. So that is why it is coming on header, right? This HDFC is going to be posted for which company code? Pretty common. This is like, it is applicable for every chapters, in the sense every line items. So that is why it is there at top at header level. For which document type? All transactions are getting posted against SA document type. For every transactions, what is common? It is posting for 5th period. What is common? It is getting posted for a particular currency. Hope you are able to understand the difference between, because I'll tell you guys, you must be having a perfect understanding. There is a logic behind each and everything. A very small things, this document header and a line item, it has taken 1 hour to explain this, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. So have patience, focus on these all things, so that what will happen, guys, this is how you guys are going to become stronger. There is no shortcut at all. Okay. Now, so header means whatever the details we have given at header level, this is quite common for all the line items. All the line items, as I said, these all are different chapters, and at very first page it was written physics. It means physics is applicable to first every chapters. Chapter number 1 belongs to physics, chapter number 2 belongs to physics, right? Likewise, this line item belongs to this company code. This line item also belongs to same company code, same company code, same company code, right? This line item belongs to this, is getting posted in this currency. Likewise, all the line items are getting posted in the same currency. So look at here, if SAP, so here at header level itself we have given these details because these are pretty common for every line item. Or else, if line item wise you are going to enter document date, document type, posting period, company code, currency, then 5, 6 or such kind of multiple details are there. So these all details, how many times we are going to repeat, guys? 5 times or 4 times or 10 times. Depends upon how many line items are there, isn't it? But these things are pretty common. That is why SAP says that at header level itself you enter these details, and then after what is happening, line item level means which GLs are going to be debited, which GLs are going to be credited, that you have to enter. Okay, so this is what the difference between header and line item. Header means while posting and transactions, what is happening, guys? There are whatever the common details are there, common informations are there for every line item, that is going to be specified at header level, right? While posting and transactions, what is company code, what is document type, what is document date, what is posting date, what is posting period, what is currency, for all transactions it is same. So we have entered at header level. That is why SAP is saying that these are the fixed field, guys, which comes under header. And line item wise, what is happening? The GL account, of course, different GL accounts are there. Text for rent field, rent GL, you can give a different text. For audit fee, you can give different text. And certain other details are also there, guys, that could be changed. Different informations can be given. But so that is why multiple fields are there at line item level also. Okay, so this is what the difference between header and line item. I'll just do one thing. Now, first of all, erase. Okay. So now what is happening, guys? Again, go to FDAS. Post a simple entry, just complex entry I said. Okay. And I have given 4 line items. Likewise, what is the maximum number of line items can be entered, guys? So keep in your mind. Of course, this is going to be asked during interview. So how many? This one line item, another line item, another line item. So is there any limit? How many line item can be given? So how many line item, guys? 999. These many line item. This is the maximum number of line items can be given. Debit, credit, debit, credit, or debit, 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 then credit, 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 like that. How many maximum line items? 999 is going to be given, right? But again, this much is given by SAP. But in real time, what is happening, guys? Complex means maybe 4 5 debits are there, 1 credit is there, 4 5 credits are there, 1 debits are there, like. So max to max, some 6 7 line item, 8 line item, 10 line items, not more than this. This is what is going to be in complex entries. Simple entry means 1 debit, 1 credit, 1 debit, 1 credit. This is called simple, right? Now just post a simple transaction here. Okay, because as I said, like, I have to explain multiple logic. So let me complete here. At least let me post a transaction. I'll wrap up the session here. right? And so rent real is going to be debited with a particular amount and give you rent for posting for corporate office. And here credit means your bank account, HDFC bank account. Press enter, and here this is the amount, guys. Here this is amount, okay? And let's suppose the same. Or else, let's suppose, so earlier in debit, what you have given you don't know. Let's suppose don't know in the sense like you forgotten, because this is a round figure I have given, right? But generally in transaction posting, let's suppose you are going to give, this is the amount, 0.50. Okay, let's suppose this is the amount. So instead of typing this amount once again, what we have to do, you can give your, you have given on debit side, whatever amount you give star. The same debit is going to be copied here on the next line item. Whatever the first line item amount we have given, that is going to be copied automatically. And no need to type this rent posting for corporate, same text. If you have to bring, then give here plus. So whatever the previous line item text we have given, that is going to be copied here. And in order to see the accounting entry, you can click on document and click on simulate. So rent and bank. And look at here, debit and credit, both same amount. Positive debit and negative credit. Okay, these are the header details. These are the line item details. Header details means a common information which is required for every line items. No matter if it is 500 line items are there, for every 500 line items, guys, the transaction, all the line items are getting posted for which company code? This company code. So of course it will be at header level only. Why to specify 500 times? Isn't it? That is the logic. That is why there are certain common details which is common for every line item, right? So that is going to be specified only once at header level. In the sense, I said like I said like name of subject, author name, right? That publication's name. So these all are there on the first page itself. It means all the 14 chapters, all the 20 chapters were written by a particular author. So do you need to specify on every chapter this is written by him only? Why to specify 14 times, 15 times? Keep on the first page itself. It means the entire book was written by the author itself. It means the entire 16 chapters were written by that author itself, right? Likewise. So that is the logic. Pretty simple logic is there. Now just post it. Click on post. Okay, so document number 1000 was posted, right? As I said, there is a logic behind each and everything. This is also we have to see practically. And here also, guys, here also, the things are pretty simple, right? But the way you guys are going to respond, because now a document number got generated. A document number got generated. So what will happen, guys? How it is getting triggered? We all know that it is getting triggered from number ranges. But how SAP is going to trigger the number range? The way you guys are going to respond, that will make you unique compared to all the people in the market. Everybody are going to say that yes, document numbers are getting generated from number ranges. But this is not the perfect answer, isn't it? You guys are consultant. Your answer must be logical, right? What should be the perfect answer? We'll see practically next session and explain that. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, that whichever the settings we have done, now all the settings are getting triggered by SAP, isn't it? So practically we have to see these all things. So not possible to cover in a single session itself, guys. So multiple sessions will be there on this. We'll see all the logic. We'll see all this, like whatever configurations we have done. We'll see that logically, like the usage of those things and all, and we'll proceed further. So that what will happen, guys, once you do the practice and all, right? So things will be there in your mind, the exact usage of that, and this is how you guys are going to be much comfortable at the time of interview, because You guys know the logic behind all these configurations. In that case, if anybody is going to ask any question, let them ask. They're going to ask the questions from topic itself. If you have a perfect understanding, no need to mug up the question and answer. That is what the benefits, isn't it? And if that is the case, then as I said, no shortcut is there in that. Of course, you must be having enough time and enough patience. And that is why my courses, it's taking huge and huge duration is there. Okay. So, okay guys, so here I'll wrap up this session here itself. Okay. The remaining whatever the things are there, we'll see in next session.